Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another Inspirational Moments with me, Joy. I hope you are having a beautiful day, evening, morning, or whatever time zone you're in. I hope that you're making it a special day and a beautiful day for yourself. I am just here to give you a little inspiration from my book, Quotes That Make You Say, Oh, from Instagram to your hand. So what I'm gonna do, in tradition, enjoy tradition, I'm gonna flip through with my left hand. If I happen to have found a quote that I have done already, I'm just gonna read it, then I'll flip through again to see if we get something new. So here we go. I did this one. A tiny disagreement is like a ripple that can turn into a tsunami. A tsunami. A tiny disagreement is like a ripple that can turn into a tsunami. Did that one, so let's see what we can do. Ooh. Oh, I didn't do either one of these. Okay, a great way to raise our children, make them aware of pros and cons in decision making. A great way to raise our children, make them aware of pros and cons in decision making. So for me, when I wrote that, I was just purely thinking, and you can let me know what you think. I was purely thinking that while we want our kids to make their own decisions and become their own individual, come to their own mind and whatever, we should help them weigh out the pros and cons. So if your child or a child comes to you and says, hey, what do you think I should do? Instead of saying it's up to you to make the decision, or I think you should, how about you take a little time to say, okay, if you would do this, what would be the end result? If you don't do this, what would be the end of the result? If you do this, what kind of things can you run into by doing this? Vice versa. I know that sounds like a perfect world situation scenario, but guess what? Time is all we have. And if you have a child, you've already committed to investing your time in their well-being. And part of their well-being is to help them become more strategic and critical thinkers. That also will help you become more whole. Think about it. If you were raised with the idea of the pros and cons of your own decision making, with that help and that kind of leadership, do you think you would have been better off or worse or the same or maybe indifferent? Or maybe do you think that you would be more critical of a thinker? Maybe you would be slow to speak, quicker to listen. I don't know. None of us know that answer because we can't go back. But since we can't go back, we can correct what we did not have by passing it on to the next generation, right? Because at the end of the day, our children should be better reflections of us. Our children should progress way more than we ever could have imagined in our own lives. Our children should be a mirror reflection of us plus excellence. Yes, there's nothing wrong with striving for excellence. There's nothing wrong with having high standards and putting yourself in that type of a mindset and mind frame that you are amazing and beautiful and that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to, and the goals that you put aside can be attainable because you've already mapped out the pros and the cons and the goods and the bads and the cool. What can happen if I don't try it? Or if I do? So that's just what I thought. Let me know what you think. I'll read it again just so we can have a real good discussion. A great way to raise our children, make them aware of pros and cons in decision making, not to stray them in more of a direction of what you would prefer to do, but for them. Because at the end of the day, we are all individuals and we should all be able to live an individual life, experience things individually, and enjoy collective responses from the decisions that we make. And hopefully everyone will be happy or at least satisfied. If you want my book, go down into the comments below or somewhere over here, BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. I sure think you would appreciate reading this book, and the people that you read it to or lend it to would appreciate it as well. Don't forget, I'm live every single night between 7 and 9 for episodes of Hello World. We talk about everything and we try to do everything. Shoot, we've also incorporated fitness. Heck yeah. And so until we meet again, I appreciate you. Have a great one.